Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for February 18th through the 24th. We're kicking off this week with a new moon, a super snow moon in Virgo. And this is going to mean different things for different ones of us, and I will get into it in the reading. But if you are moon sensitive, you're already feeling the energy because we're starting off early in the week with this new moon. And so we're going to see what the cards have to say. As always, this is going to be general reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's see, Monday, Tuesday for Aries. Monday, Tuesday for Aries. Here's your Monday, Tuesday for Aries. Here's your Monday, Tuesday. Your Wednesday, Thursday. And your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Alrighty, and I'm going to pull one angel message from a different deck after we take a look at these guys. Oh my goodness. So I'm not looking into love in these readings specifically. I'm looking more in general areas of your life, and then the love readings I'm doing separately. But Aries, right off the top, you got marriage coming in. So this is going to be different things for different ones of you. With the Virgo moon coming in early in the week, it's making us very aware of our goals and what action steps we have to take to get there. Virgo is all about action. Virgo is all about organizing, making things happen, succeeding. Virgo can be very, very critical of self. And so some of you who are maybe still kind of healing or have certain things that maybe you haven't worked through yet, it could come across as though like you're really beating yourself up in your head. And I'm sending a lot of love and healing through this video, this energy. I'll be doing meditation during the week and sending out healing for a lot of people, just general out there, because I know some people are really going to have a hard time with that Virgo energy and be really critical of themselves. So those of you who are married, you may be very critical about things in your marriage, or you may be feeling very driven to try to improve the marriage. Or those of you who aren't married, maybe it's like something that you're discovering all of a sudden is a sore spot for you, and you're thinking about how you want to make it happen. Some of you may be very happily single, but you might find that things are being released from a previous marriage. Like if you're divorced, or if you were living with someone and you're like, oh, I'd never want to see their face again, and I'm happy single, but you may have things coming to the surface that are finally ready to be released in that way. It's going to be different for different ones of you. Some of you are calling in a marriage partner. Some of you are getting rid of a marriage partner. It all kind of depends where you are in your path. But whatever is happening in the beginning part of the week is going to have to do with relationships and commitments for you. Some of you are looking at your work and you're saying, you know what? This job is the reason why my personal relationships are suffering. Or some of you are looking at your personal relationship and you're saying, you know what? My personal relationship is suffering because of X, Y, and Z, and here's what I have to do to fix it, or whatever it might be. So you're getting your priorities in order, and you are dealing, some of you, with commitment issues, emotional things that need to be released. It's a general reading, so it's going to hit you guys in different ways. But right in the beginning, it's going to have to do with your commitments and you honoring your commitments wherever they might be, whatever they might be, depending on your journey. These cherry blossoms are really, really jumping out at me, my dears. I think they're cherry blossoms. Are they supposed to be? They look to me like they're supposed to be cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms are beautiful, but they don't live for very long. So some of you might be feeling like your relationships either don't last long, or your love for the relationship doesn't last long. And some of you are looking into that. Like some of you are feeling like maybe your heart's a little fickle, or you're losing interest quickly, or the romance is dying quickly, and you're wondering like what you can do to make changes there about that. Again, it's a general reading, so not every single aspect is going to apply to you in different ways. Like like they're not all going to apply to you. Some will, some won't. You know which ones apply to you. Somebody got upset and commented and said, I don't want you to go over all the examples because I already heard mine, and then you kept going. Well, I'm not just reading for one person, so it's going to be different for different ones of you. All right? Your midweek, Wednesday, Thursday. is mature woman. Ooh. Okay, so some of you are dealing, and I don't know why, I just felt, and maybe it's because like the seriousness here of this card, but that's really an expression that could be read in a lot of different ways. I feel some of you are feeling like you're having to set a boundary with a feminine energy who maybe is a little bit older than you, or you're coming into an understanding or peace for yourself of what it means to be a mature woman. Maybe some of you are really looking at where your life is heading and how you're aging and how you're growing into your own maturity and what that means for you, right? Because maybe you're like, well, I want to age gracefully. You know, I still want to keep a little bit of youthfulness here, but I don't want to feel like I'm being ridiculous and trying to be, you know, quote unquote too young, or I don't want to feel like I'm like, you know, jumping into, you know, not having any fun or being too serious. So some of you are finding a balance there. But intuitively, Aries, I feel a lot of you have some feminine energy. For some of you, it can be at work, it can be in your personal life, where you are still, and this came up a couple of weeks ago, so maybe it's an ongoing thing. You're having to put some kind of boundary with someone who maybe is being critical of you. Keep in mind, we're in the Virgo energy, right? And Virgo energy can be critical at its worst. Not always, but it can be. So maybe you have a Virgo female in your life, and maybe they're feeling it very hard, and maybe they're kind of being critical of you. Or maybe it just, like within themselves, regardless if they're Virgo or not, they might be having a lot of recommendations for you about how you should be living your life. Maybe some of you are feeling a lot of pressure from a parent or an older, you know, more mature female mother figure in your life about getting married, or about where your marriage is going, or about your personal relationships. So for some of you, they're maybe having to set boundaries for you. Maybe some of you are really focused on work, and somebody's coming in like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? And you're like, dude, I'm still trying to get my life together. So it's going to be different things for different ones of you. So coming into your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you have despair, Aries. Aries, don't be despaired. Don't be despaired. This person looks like they're really having a hard time looking for work. It says not hiring. Well, we have the marriage card here, so maybe some of you are feeling like nobody loves you. Or maybe some of you are feeling like, you know, nobody seems to want to have the kind of relationship you want to have. Maybe some of you are really beating yourself up about your finances or your career. Maybe some of you are wanting to make a career change and it seems very difficult to do so. So by the end of the week, you might be getting very, very upset. And it doesn't surprise me because, like I said, some people are going to feel this go, 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 go Virgo energy. And it may come into a lot of negative self-talk because Virgo can be critical. And Aries, you all can be very hard on yourselves. You all can get really caught up in like just progressing and advancing and being successful and being caught into like that whole competitiveness or like that just being really driven and having to do better. And so you're already kind of that way, you know, and then to have the Virgo energy on top of it, like, where are you going with your life? What do we have to do? How do we have to make it happen? Time to take action, time to make this happen. So you might be feeling it really strong and really hard, and you might be really driven, like extra super driven. And by the end of the week, you may be feeling very discouraged, like, man, I'm not where I want to be, and I'm putting all this work and it's not going anywhere. What Spirit wants you to know, my dears, is this is a mental state, okay? Nothing is forever. So you might be in that despair. You might be feeling very discouraged. But this card is not saying you should be discouraged. If you're already being tough on yourself and then you're freaking out about, you know, age or things like that, or you have somebody coming down on you and giving you a hard time, that all can be very frustrating. You might feel like everyone's just kind of coming down on you. So weekend could be a good time for you to just kind of withdraw a little bit, spend some time alone, do things for you that make you feel good, maybe things that you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on. You know, maybe curl up with a good book and a warm mug of tea and a nice little blanket, or, you know, watch some movies, or just something just where you can be by yourself and get your mind off of all of the stuff about what you should, quote unquote, should be doing in your life, or where you, quote unquote, should be, because things are going to work out. Okay. Take I would tell the other signs, take advantage of this energy and keep busy so that you don't go crazy with it or you don't go beating yourself up. But Aries, you guys are already about action. You guys are already go, go, go all the time. So if I'm telling you, you know, really push through this energy and stay active, you all could really go the other way. So maybe some rest for you this week wouldn't be a bad idea, okay? Like just one step at a time. You're going to get there. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You got to be gentle with you. Let's check out your angel message for the week, Aries. And I have good news, guys. I am going to be having a special half-off sale starting Sunday. For anybody who wants a private reading, it's going to be 50% off of the 30-minute and 60-minute readings. So there'll be info in the description about that. You have intention coming up. So this is what you have to do. This is what Spirit wants you to do for the week ahead, you guys. And I highly, highly recommend that you watch your moon sign and rising sign videos too to get a little bit more information here on how your process is going to be as an Aries. A lot of the other signs, it's about action. It's about getting busy, keeping busy, staying focused on the goal. You guys, all you really have to do is set your intention. Where do you want to be? And maybe just do some daydreaming. Spend some time resting and daydreaming and seeing yourself where you want to be. Because you, Aries, typically don't have a hard time working your butt off. Like, that comes naturally to you all. You really, a lot of you really get involved, roll your sleeves up and just suck it up and get to it anyway. But this week, it's going to be more about mentally taking your mind to the finish line. What does it look like for you? What does your long-term future look like for you? And the most important thing about this, guys, is as you're visualizing this, try to be happy, my dears. Try to see it as you're in that moment and you're happy. Don't imagine it and then feel all the sadness for not being there. Because if you're feeling sadness while you're doing the visualization, you're giving the universe a command, which is, here's all the things that would make me happy that I'm never going to have. And I'm just going to think about them and be sad. So keep them far away from me. That's not the instruction you want to give the universe. So as you're imagining it, take yourself there and let yourself be in happiness as if you're living it in that moment then, okay? So for you, it's just going to be about positive thinking, daydreaming, imagining, giving that wish to the universe, thanking the universe for bringing you to it now, all right? You just are going to have to take some time to rest and just try to be in that happy place mentally to help you through the week ahead, my dears. Okay, so check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Reach out if you'd like a private reading. A lot of you ask me about my nails. I don't make any money. I don't make any commission, but I'm just going to show you what I have here. This week, I've got the O.P.I, getting Nadi on my honeymoon. These names are ridiculous. I've got the ESSIE. What is this? To have and to gold. Okay, I didn't intentionally look up wedding theme nail polishes. That's just kind of what I gravitated towards. And this is Time to Shine by Morgan Taylor. All right, so these are the nail polishes that I have on this week. All blurry. Okay, my dears. So thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for subscribing. The mid-month love readings are going to be up for you in the next day or two. So be sure that you subscribe and hit notification if you want already, and you'll get a notice when the mid-month love videos are up. I'm going to be doing more pick a cards, full moon meditation coming this week, hopefully in the next day or two. There's so many videos I need to make, but they're coming, they're coming, they're coming, especially with this full moon. The energy is so intense. I need to put some love out there for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.